There's the new mask technique wearing, right? The mask wearing Who is that? Who could that be? Pick me up, love, from the bottom to the top, love. Every day, pay no mind to taunts or advances. I take my chances long every day. Oh, every day. Left to right now, up and down, home, jumping above, yeah. Oh, every day, jump in the mud, oh, get your hands filthy with love it up, Lord. Every day, 'cause all you need is what you want is. All you need is love. What you want is. All you need is. All you need is love. Every day. Every day. Every day. Well, pick me up, oh, from the bottom up to the top, love. Every day. Every day, every day, pay no mind to taunts or advances. I take my chances long, well, every day, and all you need is what you want is. All you need is love, love, and what you want is. All you need is love. Every day, every day, every day.
She had a little sweater clinging to the old back there.
Yeah. Hello, hi,
How you
everyone.
all doing? You guys sleeping in today? What's going on here? Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh,
Yay,
let's
welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt a little cramped.
Welcome back, Ms. Reverend Rita, who was not here last week.
Aw.
That
Thank
incredible
you.
speaker was here last week, and we were, I don't know, just...
Thank you for all your love and healing energy and prayers and everything that was sent my way. So I really totally accept that and appreciate that. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I know, I could feel it. So I guess we'll just get started.
How about after we look at these beautiful flowers?
Oh,
right
yes.
here?
These were a gift from Kiana.
Kiana, thank you. Wow, it's
I
just
didn't know she
beautiful.
was an amazing flower arranger, but she is. Aren't they
Yes.
gorgeous? Yeah, beautiful. Thank you, Kiana. All
Great.
right, so let's do it.
We shall. We're going to take a moment here. Not that you didn't walk in peaceful, but we're going to take a moment to just center in this wonderful place called peace. Not only peace of mind, but peace throughout the world. So here we are.
And so it is.
So it is. There is such power in silence, isn't there? Yeah.
All right.
Yes. Where are we, Rita?
We're at the beginning, so. So welcome to everyone online, and welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Kauai, again, where we practice the science of mind and spirit, and come here every Sunday just to remember who and what we are, that beautiful, amazing power of the universe that flows through us. And I love the description given by Dr. David Walker, which is we are spiritual beings living in a spiritual universe governed by our use of the spiritual law of cause and effect. Mm-hmm. So the operative word for me is governed by our use of it. So we get that opportunity to use the laws of the universe in any way we choose, because we're free and we're at choice. And so welcome today, and we are remembering all that and much more as we progress through this time together. Yes.
We are, and you know, some names are coming out of my psychic realm now that are watching right now. There we go, yeah. Play a little bit while I do their names. I see Marion and Glenn. I see Greg and Laura Stewart in Oregon. And I also see Sherry and Tom in Auburn. And little Shara, she's in Grass Valley. And I see all my friends out in Romper-Do land. Welcome, we're so glad you're watching. There's some new people there too, and we don't know who you are because your name doesn't come up, but someday we will be able to know everyone who's watching. But we want to say welcome to you. Now, for you that are new online, that's for you. Is anyone new in this room? Let's all pretend we're new for the first time, shall we? Yeah, right? This is a brand new moment. It's never happened. It's a new thought. Well, let us know something about all of you and those people online. You know what the drill. You are magnificent. Woof. Oh, that's power. Now put your hand on your heart if it feels good. And let's just tell ourselves, our little, those little inner children in there, who they are too. I am magnificent. Oh. Now look to the left, to the right, look around, spin your head 3 times, and tell somebody that they are magnificent. You are magnificent. Oh. Did we say we could kiss and say you're magnificent? What's going on over here? Birthday girl this week for her too. Yay!
Oh, happy birthday.
Yes. Oh, there we go.
Today's the day? Oh, Anne's having a birthday
Anne's
today.
having a birthday
She's
today.
Oh,
yes.
love.
That was what that nice little kiss was for that magnificence. So, shall we?
Shall we?
Shall we have an opening? What do you think, Kyle? But before we do, look at those eyes. What he's saying, Patrick, you told me to do something. This week is this beautiful lady's birthday, and I just remember, and it's Anne's birthday.
So I get
it's
to share
Anne's
it
birthday, and I might even shake a little. I mean, I'm just getting all ready for. But what I'm going to do is, who had a birthday in January?
No, February, you mean?
January, because we didn't do it in January either. Who had one in February? Who had one in March? Okay, are you ready for a little singing? Ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, all you people. Happy birthday to you. Thanks for the reminder.
Okay.
Because I told him, I said, don't let me forget, Kyle. Whatever you do, and he's going.
All right. I think we're ready for an opening song.
Opening song.
Let's do it.
Okay, now we're awake. Got your coffee?
I'm awake.
May you have auspiciousness and causes of success. May you have the confidence to always do your best.
Yeah.
May you take no effort in being generous, sharing what you can, nothing more, nothing less. You know the meaning of the word happiness. May you always lead from the beating in your chest. May you be treated like an esteemed guest. May you get to rest, may you catch your breath. And may the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows. Whoa. And may the road less paved be the road that you follow. Whoa. Well, here's to the hearts that you're gonna break. Here's to the lives that you're gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. And I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we're gonna have. You don't need no money, you got a free pass. Here's to the fact that I'd be sad without you. And I want you to have it all. I want you to have it all. Want you to have it all. I want you to have it all. Oh.
I'm ready. All right. So, want you to have it all. Yes, that's a good place to start. So, as I go within into this rich spirit, amazing place of the divine, and let it out, I know right here and right now, we already have it all. All we have to do is let it out. So I know that today, as we meet here together, as we navigate through this time together in love and peace and goodness and all that is good and prosperity and everything, I know that that idea of having it all just raises more and more into our consciousness and becomes a reality for us, a truth for us, something that we can rely on, something that we know that is always here. That's what I know about today. So let's have it all. Let's have it all right here and right now. All the goodness, all the love, all of it right here, right now. As I bless this time together, as I release this word, as I let it go and I let it be, as we affirm together. And so it is. Thank you.
Well, here's to the hearts that you're gonna break. Here's to the lives that you're gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. And I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we're gonna have. You don't need the money, you got a free pass. Here's to the fact that I'd be sad without you. And I want you to have it all. I want you to have it all. Want you to have it all. I want you to have it all. I said, oh, I want you to have it all. I want you to have it all. I want you to have it all. Have it all.
What a great song. Yay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kyle. Wow.
Great lyrics, my friend.
All right,
Great
continuing in
lyrics.
this amazing vibration, let's invite up Reverend Diane. Yay.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So nice to be here with you today. We're going to have our time of contemplative meditation, and I have found a quote for you from Ernest Holmes, our founder and guiding star, I guess you'd say. When we learn to trust the universe, we shall be happy, prosperous, and well. When we learn to trust the universe, we shall be happy, prosperous, and well. Enjoy your time of quiet. When we learn to trust the universe, we shall be happy, prosperous, and well. So in this moment, I ground myself in the knowledge that God is all there is. That there's nothing in this world that is not infused with, immersed in, expressing the divine love of God, the perfect health of God, the well-being of God, the abundance of God, the joy of God. Knowing that this is true, I know it is right where I am, that it is moving in and through my body, it is moving in and through this word I speak, and it is moving in and through each one of us, every one within the sound of my voice. I know that there is a power and a presence for good in this universe, and we use it now. We use it for perfect health, moving that divine energy in and through our body, not moving it, allowing it, free reign in our body as it releases anything unlike the divine pattern of perfection from which we were created. We are well now. The healing has happened. And in this moment, we remember that there is great joy and love moving in and through that energy that is everywhere present. And so as we align ourselves with it, we feel that magnificence. We feel it and smile. You can't help but smile at the blessing of love and joy moving in and through every relationship in our lives. Healing, making new, reuniting, all that need to be together in divine relationship. And knowing that the universe conspires for our good, I know that each one of us is living an abundant life. As the prosperity flows in and out and around and through, we are just going with the flow of it. Giving and receiving, receiving and giving, it's all the same in the mind of God. And so we step into that flow more fully than ever before, giving of who we are, our time, our talent, our treasure, and allowing it to do its good work in the world. And I give thanks that each one of us is inspired to right livelihood. There's a divine purpose for each life. And as we trust the universe, we shall be happy, prosperous, and well. And so now I call that forth for each one of us in all of its grandeur. And as the wind blows outside and the rain comes down and the sun shines and we live it as it lives us, we are blessed and we are a blessing. I'm so grateful to be part of this give and take, this flow of life upon itself. And so I simply allow it to come forth in its own right and perfect way, releasing this word, releasing, letting go, and allowing it to happen in its right way. And so the law of mind and spirit acts as a law in my life, taking this word and bringing it forth exactly as I have spoken, exactly as I believe, exactly as I trust the universe to unfold my life in a magnificent way. If you agree with this word I have spoken, please join me and say, and so it is. Mahalo.
Thank you. Beautiful.
In the end, letting fear and worry fall away from me, I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. When I lose myself, when I feel I've lost my way, when I go inside and quiet my mind, I hear Spirit gently say, there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love.
Thank you, Kyle. You sing that so beautifully. Yeah, thank you. How is everyone? I'm good too. I'm really good. God, I have like so much. And I know today's about a divine conspiracy. I looked up the word conspiracy, and it's given a negative connotation, like it's a group of people that come together to conspire for some ultimate badness or something. But that's not the kind of conspiracy I'm talking about. I'm talking about the universal conspiracy of the universe, divine conspiracy, which is always for our good and is always. I chose that picture of all the puzzle pieces up in the air because we feel like that, and if you get already blessed, sometimes in life, and you wonder where it's all going to fall, but it's always falling in the right place for us. And I feel that that is one of the blessings of this teaching and the whole idea of knowing that the universe, one of my mantras is the universe is always conspiring in my favor. It's always conspiring in my favor. That's all it does, is conspire for me in my favor, no matter what is going on in my life. So what's interesting is that a lot of people come to this teaching. Ernest Holmes even says it somewhere in the textbook. And they come to it as a get-rich-quick plan, or they come to it thinking they're never going to have any health problems, or, that there's nothing worse, I think, than warding things off or waiting for something to happen, before you feel good about life. So that's not what this teaching is about. This teaching is about one thing and one thing only, and it's about recognizing our divine nature. It is about getting in touch with the inner presence of God, whatever you want to call that, within us, and communing with that spirit. It's like, Jesus' quote, "Seek ye first the kingdom of God and all else follows." That's what this teaching is about. It's not about going out there and starting. It's about coming in here and beginning right where we are. And then life becomes a different journey. And even when you are experiencing things like my experiences of this last week in the areas of health, it becomes a different journey. And yeah, it just becomes a different journey. It becomes an inward journey. It becomes a journey of expansion. It becomes a journey of growth. It becomes a journey of love. And I really want to make that clear today, because there's a lot of misconceptions about that. And the other misconception is that we tell people we create their diseases. This is not true. If anybody has told you that the science of mind or any new thought religion teaches you that you create your diseases, that is not true. Now, this is a whole different topic, so I'm not going to get into it today, but we don't create diseases. We create a life of consciousness, and we live in the world of a collective consciousness that is working through us. And that's why the more we can get in touch with our divine self, our inner reality, our inner truth, the more we are going to become these expansive souls that won't be necessary anymore. But for right now, it seems to be very necessary because our whole world, it seems, focuses on that, right? And we've really, during this pandemic, we've even seen it really clearer. But that is not what God is. Like we were taught, as you know, if we were brought up in some, different philosophy, and in the old days, people would get sick, and they would be blamed for their sickness. They would be told that it was because they sinned or something that they were sick. That has nothing to do with what we teach. We teach that there is love, there is grace, and no matter what we are experiencing in our lives, that love and that grace is always there for us to tap into and become more in tune with and more expansive is the word I would use. So that's the way I choose to approach life, and that's the way I choose to deal with the world of conditions when I'm confronted with it. I just choose something different. And I also know that when I deal with something, and I'm I'm rarely sick, and I really wasn't sick this week because it was all about my tooth, and I didn't come last week because I didn't feel good, but I didn't want to be contagious to anybody. I was afraid everybody freak out if they saw me my nose dribbling or something. So these days, that is the truth. People, tend to get nervous about things like that, so I was being respectful. But then I find out, well, it was all to do with my tooth. I never was contagious to begin with. So anyway, I'm getting off on a tangent. But so I lost my state of thought with that. Okay. Well, I'll go back to Raymond Charles Barker. But dis-ease, I'll get his anchor right here, is abnormal. That's what he says. It's an abnormal state of being, dis-ease. Even though we treat it like it's pretty much the norm because of the consciousness that we live in on this planet, Earth plane, in reality, it is abnormal. The norm is health. And one of the mantras I had this week that was so helpful to me, because if I would go off into my condition, because I was feeling a lot of different things and, pain and stuff like that, I just kept saying to myself, every time my mind would go off into like, oh, this is going to get worse, or blah, blah, blah. No, I would go, I choose health. I choose health. I choose health. I am health. And I would say it until I actually felt it and believed it. And so anytime I went off, it was so helpful. It was so helpful because it set my mind straight. And that's just like a short spiritual mind treatment, really, because all spiritual mind treatment is directing our thought. Oh, hi, honey. She's so pretty, too. Anyway, Mama's going to take care of her now. She'll be fine. That's all spiritual mind treatment is directing our thought. That was just a simple affirmation, but it's taking my thought and directing it. And when I direct my thought in the direction that I want it to go, and I have an intention, then the universe, that's the conspiracy. The universe has to answer yes to me. It has to answer yes and show me the way. And one of the things I know for myself, and I really got it this week, big time, is that I have an Achilles heel. And my Achilles heel is called, it takes me a moment to surrender. I will fight. I will fight it because I have this thing about health. I will fight it and I will say, no, no, no. And then in the meantime, I'm getting worse, right? And that's my Achilles heel. And I learned that because, well, I kind of always knew it, but I think it came to a head this week so that I've changed, like something changed within me to know. And because I know from past experiences is the moment of surrender to something higher than ourselves that's working through us is the moment that our intuition kicks in, we're guided exactly where we want to go, and the healing begins. And one of the things I know for myself is I've always been guided to the right medical people. I always have the perfect care. And that's an affirmation for me too. But if I don't let myself surrender and allow myself to move through the experience, because as Ernest Holmes says, it's a pill and a prayer. That's another thing we don't teach here. We don't teach that you don't go to doctors. Maybe there'll be a day when we won't need doctors anymore. But right now, we need them. We need them because we're not, if we had a state of consciousness where we didn't need them, and some of us do, maybe, perhaps, and that's great for them, but I know I'm not totally in that state of consciousness where I don't need medical help, but I work with the doctor. Do my own work, and like Ernest Holmes says, you can't have a healing if you're not really willing to let go of the cause. It's just going to come back. It's just going to come back, and it's just going to come back until you're willing to mentally and emotionally and spiritually go in and say, I'm willing. Even if you don't know what it is, I'm willing to let this go. I'm willing to start new right now and move myself in the direction of whatever that direction for yourself is. So, yeah, it's been an interesting journey. It's always an interesting journey, but it's good, right? And it's so interesting because, we just lost Prince Krishna, our beautiful cat, and I feel like everything just came to a head with that, and this whole thing came to a head, and this teeth journey that I've been on my whole life came to a head in this moment. Reverend Angela, I used to read her all the time. She put out something called The Morning Blessing, and I would read it every day. I need to go back and look her up. But this quote came back to me in a prior blog that I have wrote, and she calls it the gotcha moment. She goes, maybe you thought there was that one teensy-weensy little thing that you wouldn't have to deal with. That you could just pretend it doesn't exist. Then comes the gotcha moment. The gotcha moment is when all the forces conspire to call you into alignment and make your choice very, very clear. Your dodge has been revealed, and what has been delayed demands immediate recognition and action. Now, this is both on the physical plane, but also it might come forward on the physical plane, because obviously it is, because, as Dr. Joe Dispenza says, if we don't deal with an emotional situation or whatever, it lodges in our body, and it's going to show up one way or the other. So now what's happened, it's demanding immediate recognition by you, whatever that is, and action. So that was very helpful for me when I read that yesterday. And there's another thing I wanted to say, is that we believe is written in our principles. And we got a whole different idea about this on Thursday night in our practitioner class, and I did too. And thank you, Patrick. We believe the ultimate goal of life is to be a complete freedom from all discord of every nature, and that this freedom is to be attained by all. Read it one more time. We believe the ultimate goal of life is to be a complete freedom from all discord of every nature, and this freedom is to be attained by all. Now, when I used to read that quote, I used to think that it meant, we're never going to have any troubles. We're free. We're going to be free from all discord. We're never going to get sick. We're always going to have this. We're going to, we'll live in this state of paradise. But that's not what that means. The operative word is freedom. We could experience something that is perceived as discord, but we will be free of it because we won't look at it that way anymore. We'll instead have an inner journey, an inner expansion, an inner recognition of something greater. So what will happen is, because we live in a conspiring universe that's always conspiring in our favor and is always answering yes to us, when we choose it not to be discord and choose it instead to be faith and trust in something greater than what's happening, then what's the universe going to do? Discord's going to disappear, and the experience is that we have are going to become more positive, more in alignment with our truth. So I love that. I love that. So I will close with this quote by Dr. Ernest Holmes. who's not just a pretty man, little old man on the wall over there. And I don't know, maybe he's not very pretty, but he was really short. He was about 5 foot. And I know, he was probably about 5 foot something, and his wife was like tall, probably like close to 6 foot, and gorgeous. And this person from Hollywood who was just like, oh my God, he was so in love with her, and he didn't meet her until he was in his 40s, just like you. That's true. Anyway, I just don't want anybody to think we ever worship Ernest Holmes. We just think, Diane said it wonderful. He's I don't remember what you said, but it was perfect. That, he's got like some great things to say, and he's written a book that's quantum science, and he wrote it in 1927. So, hey, and every time I read that book, I get something new out of it. But anyway, he said, we shall all arrive at this same assurance, this perfect faith, in such a degree as we cease contemplating the universe as opposed to itself, as we cease having the will to do or be that which is contrary to universal good. So the universe is constantly moving in our favor, meaning it's constantly saying yes to us. It's constantly moving with us, right? And so we don't have to do anything, but I know that for myself, the more I can contemplate my good, the more the universe is going to move in that direction for me. And because it can't be opposed to itself. Like we say that the universe doesn't go against itself. What we're saying is the universe is moving according to, that's why we say our minds are so powerful, what we think. So the more we just get in alignment with that idea and perhaps accept it as true, and then say, oh, every time we think, like what I was telling you when I said I choose health, every time I think something opposite of that, I gotta go, the universe is saying yes to me because it's just conspiring for me, just giving me all the experiences I require to make that true. So, yeah, but you have to believe it first, right? So this is a universe of love and order. And it's a divine conspiracy for us on our behalf. I don't know the whys or wherefores or where it all began or why, but Ernest Holmes says we're here to prove to ourselves that spiritual thought force is greater than material resistance. And I think that, we got lots of material resistance in very many areas of our lives and as a global planet. And we're here to I think it's happening. We're moving back into saying, a lot of us, you know what, we got to start here. 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 And as far as I'm concerned, there's only one answer, and it's love. And it's self-love. That's the answer. And that's what we're focusing on this year, because it's the year of self-love. And so my knowing is that we're all just moving perfectly. The universe is conspiring in our favor, and that it is coming from that place of love within us for ourselves. So I am grateful. And again, thank you for all your love and support. All right, namaste. Yeah. I feel like I gave a science of mind lesson. Oh, sorry.
Never did believe true love could always warm the coldest heart. I never thought it'd come to me in a dream overnight. When you came to me that day, you'd taken away the darkest clouds of my whole misery. Well, I remember when you sang for me. I remember as a child way back when. When you left me home late one night, thinking that it'd be alright to see me again. Well, I have waited oh so very long. Now it seems that you are leaving me forever. I miss you. Ooh, I miss you. Why does it always have to take so long? Never knowing what was right and what was wrong. Well, my heart was filled with so much fear. Now I know it's much too late to forgive me. Well, I wish I could turn back the hands of time, thinking that I could see you one more time to tell you I love you. Ooh, I love you. And here's my heart, and here's my soul. Here's my tears of joy. It washes my mistakes of long ago. And here's my prayer just for you. Oh, here's my heart, here's my soul. Here's to you. Oh, here's my heart, here's my soul. Here's to you.
Beautiful. Better than when you sent the lyrics to us, because I said, oh my God, that's so powerful. Here's my heart. But it sounds so much even more beautiful with you singing it. So thank you. Thank you. Okay. Time to get down to a little business. Yeah. So we have divine conspiracy. You know what? This whole healing thing, I was thinking when Rita was talking, sometimes you have to kind of walk on a few eggshells when you talk about healing, because everybody's got their own interpretation. And that's beautiful, because that means you have your own individuality. But there is a universality that I want to talk today. And healing, I don't know about any of you, but it can be incredibly messy. It gets very messy when you dare to heal, when you dare to purify. Not this stuff, not the world to fix it. I know that with Rita this week, it's like I was torn between two thought processes. Because the one part of me wants to go, dun, 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 save her. And then you can't do that. You can just support. And that's what the universe does. It supports us, no matter what. No matter how silly we get, no matter how much we ignore that this power is here, it is always here to support us. So I found this gentleman, Dallas Willard. Has anybody ever heard of him? Me either. But he's a philosopher, theologian of Christian whatever, but he's just very expansive. So I was just happened to stumble upon this. And I don't know where all of you are right now, but this is where I am. This is where I am today and where I continue my journey. And it goes like this. The world can no longer be left to mere diplomats, politicians, and business leaders. They have done the best they could, no doubt, But this is an age for spiritual heroes. A time for men and women to be heroic in their faith and their spiritual character and power. They've done it. We've talked about it before. All of the great leaders have done it. It is now our turn, my turn. They have done the best they could, no doubt. Even if they haven't done what we considered the best they could, they're doing the best they can with whatever they got right now. And we've all been there. And so, but this is an age for spiritual heroes. I choose to be a spiritual athlete. That's what I want to be. Because the rest of it's not working, by the way. This stuck on humanity, that I'm just human, you know how I feel about that. Because that's the furthest from the truth. I'm just happen to be in this costume. Living this life through this costume. But I am spirit, 100%. And we have a divine conspiracy. And for me, why are we tapping just a little of it? Well, the universe is always conspiring in our favor, but the only question I have for all of us, but I'll stick to me so you don't feel like you're put on the spot. My question is, am I conspiring in my favor? Am I conspiring? Or are you waiting for the universe to do it for you? It's already doing it for us. It's already doing it through us. Yep. I could use an Altoid, but besides that, everything is really, really wonderful. Here's the deal. Last week, and I am so disappointed that my friend who raised and asked a question during our, that he wasn't here, because I really explored this self-worth, and I'm thinking, why in the world, and I do mean world, when we have the power of the universe and we can use it in every single thing we do, even all the good stuff, get all the material stuff, we can use it there too, because that's what it is. Why would we not use it? Oh, here it comes. Take a nice deep breath. Because we don't think we deserve it fully, or we would use it. Why else would you drive your car? You know that that's usable. You get in it, you drive. And we say it all the time. The universe is conspiring in our favor. It's conspiring in our favor. But we have to go beyond words. And it's called 100% in. 100% in. We get the dividends to what we put out. And if you just take a moment to be honest with your loving selves, you'll know how much you're putting in. But we're expecting to get these big dividends without doing the work, the spiritual work, the spiritual play. And I know we do. This isn't like, losers, I mean, no, it's not, that's not what I'm talking about. But you know what I'm talking about. I know, deep down inside. And this whole thing about taking responsibility for ourselves, that's the reward. That's the reward. So why I wish Tom was here from last week is because, and he might be on there, Tom, if you're there, I found he wanted to ask about the self-worth. And it was really important to him to find out. And I believe two things are happening. We're either dealing with self-love is the answer for me, and that I finally know that I am worthy to receive it all. Having it all, receiving it all. And there's a quote by Edwin Gaines that I just absolutely love. This is to all the bullies. This is all to all the people that think that they're walking around and you're like, look at them. They think they're something, don't they? No, they don't actually. And this quote is great. It says, she said when she was in that time of her life, she said, I had to act superior just to feel equal. I had to act superior just to feel equal. So you wouldn't see my fear. So you wouldn't see that I was a fraud in my own mind. Amazing. Amazing. And that's not to even... So now when I see people that I'm thinking, boy, they're into themselves, aren't they? No, they're not. They're out there with themselves. They're out there trying to prove and get back. Oh, what a day. What a week. What a life. So I came up with this thing that always comes from me. I always say when I'm at a point where I'm kind of done with it all, done with all the monkey mind, I'm done with the Pratt class. Pratt classes, but you know what it reminds me of? Like the temples, I'm not Jewish, but how they must have all sat around and they're like, the Lord, and they're all like discussing, and it's so rich because we're like, but what about that? What about that? Oh, yeah, oh, no. What about that? Like with your quote. And we're sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, when we're done arguing for our limitations, is all it really is. Then you go, enough is enough. And I had this like triune thing happen for me. Enough is enough. And then you go, yeah. Because you know what that's like, sitting on the fence post. You're sitting on there and you're like, I don't know. Just sidetracking for a minute. I don't know is just procrastination in a lovely form that we have. That I don't know, because as long as you don't know, you don't have to take any action. What are you going to do about that? I don't know. I'm going to think about that for a while, and I'll read about 6 more books, and I'm going to get right back to you on that, because, yeah, a couple more workshops, I bet I'll know. You know now. I don't know. Enough is enough. I'm done. And then you say, no more of that in my life. But that's where we seem to stop sometimes. You get that? It was almost like a revelation, like a lightning thing came to me. Enough is enough. I'm done with that. Now what? I want more of this. I'm going to spend all my time with this, whatever your this is. And it poured through me like Moses on top of the mountain with the, what were they? Tablets? Anyway, that's what it was. It was that moment of revelation that said, I'm spending my time trying to decide that enough is enough, and then I'm spending the rest of my time saying, no more, no more, no more. And the universe says, yes, no more, give him more, give him more, give him more. Give him more. I don't want to keep my eye off of you because I don't want to fully make that decision. I want this. I want love in my life. I want the perfect partner. I want prosperity abounding. But I better go fix this. As soon as I get that fixed, this is so new. It's so new. Because I don't spend, there's the wee thing we're not supposed to say, right? Turn to what we want, what we choose to have, whatever that may be. And it was so powerful because I do it in every session. Enough is enough. And everybody's like, yeah, I want that. But then I say, so what do you want? I don't know. Well, you're done, and you don't want that. But what do you want? That's the only question I just remember listening to Oprah, and she said every single guest she had, and she asked them what they wanted, stumped them. Almost every guest said, I don't know. And then what we say when we don't know is, I just want to be happy. How's that working? Because happy is, but unless you define happy and what that means and what that vibrates in your life, it's just a word that we've been using forever. Happiness is a feeling. It's a vibration. Rita was talking about this quote. I believe the ultimate goal of life is to be a complete emancipation, in this one, from all discord of every nature and freedom, and that this goal is sure to be attained by all. What that means to me, and when you were saying it too, we have got to take the shame off of health, about not being healthy. because it keeps us locked in our own self-imposed prison. The moment you think I'm not, and it's just not health. We think health, right? But it's everything. It's relationships. We're constantly healing. I've been grieving and been healing all week, and it's just been telling me such great messages. You don't get out of it. You don't get out of any of that. But you can live differently in the discord and not be ashamed of it. I was going, I can't believe what a big thing I made over a cat. I mean, all the people, the non-cat people will be like, well, it's like only a cat. And I'm thinking, it's like, for God's sakes, Patrick, there's a whole COVID thing going on out there. And here's where I'm sitting there thinking, whatever. Because I feel it. And then the guilt comes up. Dun, 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 dun. You didn't cry this much over your mama. Mom, sorry. And I'm thinking, labels, judgment, my friends. It's when we take off our costumes, is that going to be a moment? Oh my God, to live in the discord and not to live in the shame of any of it. Enough is enough, all of us. Enough is enough. Yes, be happy, but first of all, define what happiness is to you. What makes you happy? What makes you get up in the morning? Yeah. And where's the first place that we go when we're in discord? Where's the first place we go? I know as a practitioner, we're usually, God bless you all, the last place that is you go to. And why is that? Well, do we go to God, not to pray to God, but do we go to the place that is the healer within us? Wow. I either have one ending story or two, but I'm picking one. For now. I want to answer this very scary question that does get asked. How do we justify looking at people and saying that they're sick in our philosophy? And you know what? I want to answer it. Because the answer is, I don't. If I was looking at all of you right now as that you're the possibility of dis-ease, then I need to retire. I need to leave this beautiful little lovely heart podium. I don't look at you that way, and this philosophy does not look at you that way. And so that's a tricky little thing in the world, but I do know one thing. My brothers and sisters do. They do, because for whatever reason. Because we get scared of each other. But I'm not scared of you. And I don't think anybody in this room is afraid of one another. Our philosophy doesn't say, go walk in front of cars, because you'll be fine. It says, look both ways, but look straight ahead. That's the healing energy that we have. Everyone in this room, no matter what is going on, whether your cheek's out to here or the infection is, it doesn't matter. Beneath it all is the healing energy of God. So my suggestion for all of us is that's where I'm going to go first. I'm a spiritual hero. And I know each one of you are too, because I know you, I see you. So we'll end with a Dallas Willard quote, shall we? We don't believe something by merely saying we believe it. First of all, it's a waste of time. You can't trick the universe. I do believe that. I do. Or even when we believe that we believe it. Have we all been to that rodeo? We believe something when we act as if it were true. That's when it is. That's when somebody says, yeah, believe in health? Got a whole box of Kleenex gone next to you. How's that? Is that health? Damn right it is. You're empty. Your account's empty. Your bank account's empty. Ha ha. Prosperity? You're damn right it is. I love saying damn up here at this thing. It's like really kind of damn. Because enough is enough. We have this incredible power, and the only thing I'm asking us all to remember is that we deserve it. We deserve it. We are worth it, not because of anything you do, not by anything that you put in the basket. Well, oh, silly Patrick. No, you deserve it because you're the breath of life. We used to be these little babies, for God's sakes. You don't look like that anymore. You evolved. But she does back there. She looks like that little baby. That's what we have to remember where we came from, the innocence of spirit. Are you in? Why not? How's the rest work? You're in? Okay, let's hear it. Enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
No more of that. Not you. No more. I had to make sure I go right in the middle. No more of that. Now, your job now is to figure out what your this is. And once you figure out this, what your this is, the whole divine conspiracy is coming in to fulfill it. Namaste.
Namaste.
Yippers.
It's your turn now.
I know.
All right.
Is this our time of affirmative giving?
Of giving a sacred
I
gift.
have one little thing to say about affirmative giving. Enough is never enough. No. Enough is enough. But this is what I want to say. I told Rita, I said, give me just one moment. Because if we were doing a little house on the prairie and we're passing around baskets, and we kind of just do it because that's the way, I don't know, it's always been done. But I really want us to know what we're doing. We're investing. We're investing. Anybody who says, oh yeah, CSL Kauai, I love donating that charity, you have to go back and tell them this is not a charity. We're a non-profit, and that doesn't mean that they give us the rent free. And I was telling that to Rita. I said, you know what? It's interesting. I don't think that unless you come to the meetings that there's an education behind all of this. And I'm not going to do it now, but I am going to say this. This is an investment. It's an investment in yourself. This is the law of circulation. And you can't outgive God is a wonderful thing. I remember when I first started over the Aston Aloha, I'd go, we don't need your money. God doesn't mean you need your money. And this guy came up to me and says, I need to talk to you. You're kind of new at this. He goes, you got to stop telling people you don't need their money because they're going to like believe you and then do that. But what I'm saying is that we're investing not only in CSL, we're investing in ourselves. We're investing in our island because we give 10% back. We're investing into the world, and it's the law of circulation. So it's not just dropping it in the basket. That doesn't even turn me on anymore. What this is about, I make an investment. Yeah. And if you don't do it, just go, oh, it's okay. It's all okay. Stop whatever it is that doesn't compute up there. This is an investment. And people online, thank you as well. You're investing. I know a lot of people on the mainland, you're investing. All I can say is, push the donate button. That's all I can say to you right now. That's all I can say. The only word we're going to leave from this is we are investing. Just let's say it together from our heart. I am investing in me, in you. Yeah. In Kyle, who's waiting to sing his song.
All right,
as the Malama girls go around.
Malama girls. There's no guys today.
The Malama girls.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
I give thanks for these tithes, these gifts, these offerings that allow this center to go out into the world with its good works. I'm so grateful for the spirit of generosity moving in and through each person in this room and online, knowing that the blessing is a blessing to each one of us. And so mahalo for your generous spirit.
Thank you. Who's taking this?
Sue.
Thank
and
you,
Roseanne.
Sue. Thank you, Reverend Diane. Okay, so just as the kids, I think we have two children today or three. Anyway, they'll be here in a minute. But as we, I just want to let you know the March issue, and there's limited copies of The Science of Mind, celebrating, there's 2 copies left. That's
Two
it.
copies, though.
Oh, wow.
Peace.
Well, we'll start buying more when they start selling out. Okay, so yeah, it's celebrating Women's History Month, which is March. So let's celebrate Women's History Month. It's beautiful. And then the Science of Mind text for those of you that are
She's coming up with it.
yeah, for those of you that are taking the pillars, the 4 pillars, the course that we're going to teach.
In comes Sue.
You are
It's-
going to need a Science of Mind text. We're going to give you a special price.
It's just a
Roseanne.
little pamphlet you can put in your pocket.
Well, the beautiful
But we're only doing
the beautiful part of
That
the
much.
Science of Mind text is in this issue, in this version, in the back. I think Dr. Edward Vune is the person that put it together. He put together where you can just read one little piece every day, so you don't get, you don't get overwhelmed by this big thing. And he put 365 days of Science
And
of
you just
Mind.
read a little
And
snippet.
you just read a little snippet every day. And I still do that. I've gone through it so many times.
But
anyway.
our 4 weeks, did you already announce all that?
No,
while I was
I'm
at-
not.
Yeah.
So we're going to have this course called the 4 Pillars of Discovery, based on the first 4 chapters of the introduction of this book, actually. And yeah, and it will be start on March 24th. You can register in the bookstore. Registration has already started, and it's going to be a wonderful
It's
thing.
just the reason we're doing this is because this is for everyone. This isn't like, oh, if you've done this, it's for everyone. I don't care how long you've been in this, and if all else fails during this time of being locked up, sometimes you can use it as weights. You can actually use that and be in shape at the same time. So join us. It is something that's been asked of us for a long time to do, the actual foundations of what we stand for here in Science of Mind.
Yeah,
What
so
else?
let's let the kids come up first. Come on,
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah. We should put this back in the bookstore again.
We're going to do that again, Nancy.
What was that?
She was talking about programs.
Oh.
When we first opened back up, they didn't want people touching stuff, but now we're touching everything. So,
All right.
Hey, you
so
guys.
You guys need a microphone.
Good morning,
Give it up for
everyone.
Give it up
Miss
for Miss
Janice.
Yay. Happy Sunday. We had a lot of fun today talking about power, how powerful we are, and creativity. And these guys are super creators. They shared a lot of what they like to create with me. We had Sierra join us today, and she was a little camera shy, which is fine, but she's a super creative girl who loves to do science with fire. I'll let these guys share what they like to create or anything.
I like to create love.
Yeah.
Create peace and ice cream.
Wow, the ice cream is so shocking. I can't even believe it. Oh, and cherries on top of it.
I like to create crafts.
Yeah, and these guys, they created a chant and sang it, but I won't make them do it up here. They're super awesome.
Let's give them their blessing. You ready? You are amazing. You are perfect. You are magnificent. And we love you. And so it is.
See, you already created love. Look how fast that was.
Yeah,
You should see their room up there. It is quite a little fancy schmancy. They got a little bay window out there.
That's great. So just to go back to the announcements for one moment. On March 17th, I'll be starting because this month is all dedicated to healing. So I'll be starting my morning meditations again, 21 Days of Healing, beginning March 17th at 6 a.m. on Facebook Live. I will post the links so people that don't have Facebook can watch it also. And then spiritual cinema, we've chosen the film Happy, which is a beautiful documentary about exploring the idea of happiness and through all cultures. So it's pretty interesting. And, we should mention that. Yeah. So just so you know, the Sacred Journey, if you don't know already, which is our yearly retreat, we postponed it again to the 8th of October through the 15th. And we're knowing that is going to be a good time. We already have 15 registrations, but we will take more people. So we only take up
about
to
18.
So if you're interested in that, ask us about it because it's very special. This is our 8th one. And that's all I have.
It's on island and off.
Yeah.
So they're all, but you have to be able to take that time off, those 7 days off.
You have to be able to take the 7 days off, yeah. All right, that's it. So
anything else?
I think that's it.
Oh, there is something else. What? This week is Rita's birthday. And so next weekend I am swooping her away to a wonderful tropical island, Kauai. And we'll be at the plantation. Too late. Plantation cottages. Anyway, we're going away for a few days, and we're so excited. And then we're going to have a wonderful guest speaker. Is really a home speaker. She's not a guest, Reverend Diane. She will be here to give the message next week.
Yay! So that'll be good. All right. So I think we're ready.
That's all I got.
Let's do it.
Next Sunday.
Next Sunday, 14th.
All that I am, all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be. It's a blessing, it's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all. All that I am, all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be. It's a blessing, it's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all. So I lift up my hands now, and I open my heart. My gratitude goes out to everything near and far, and all that I am, all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be. It's a blessing, it's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all.
I am indeed grateful for it all. Since I'm looking at you, let's start with the gratitude that we have for our Kyle here, who brings us music, who just beautiful, yeah. And as we continue to swim in this sea of gratitude, we got Jonathan and Rob back there making all of this spiritual connection all over the whole planet, even Mars. It's our newest network. And we've got Peggy in the bookstore ready for you to get those weights called the Science of Mind text. And we got Ron back there who just does everything. You see him at the front, you see him over there, he's in the kitchen. And I'm so grateful for our new refrigerator, because that says yes. We actually said, you know what? It ain't coming, so you got to reach out and buy one. And that appeared right there, right out of the heavens. It dropped right down at Costco and said, and said, take me. I said, because we are prosperous. And so we know that the Malama girls today, which was Angela and Kiana, I almost said Maureen, but I know you're not. And while I have you, Kiana, beautiful, beautiful. Mahalo. And our beautiful Janice, who takes care of our wonderful, wonderful Malama. Mayana girl. You want Malama today? This is why, in the middle of my prayer, that I'm saying we do not allow audience participation. Just to let you know. With all laughter, with all love. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for each and every one. You know how you look with your beautiful smile on your face? Reverend Diane, thank you. Mahalo. Are we taking pictures? So now, all kidding never aside, what I know right here and right now is that I am so grateful for the opportunity that has happened today through this service, through this moment I call now. I am so grateful to remember who and what each and every one of us is, and that is God. That is good. Call it whatever you want. It is the name of all names. And I know that as we go forth from this place, that we continue to prosper, and health is our birthright. So with that, I just say thank you. Thank you. And so it is. And thank you anyway, Jan.
Sing it one more time.
Why don't we do it?
All that I am, all that I see, all that I've been and all that I'll ever be, it's a blessing, it's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all. And all that I am, all that I see, all that I've been and all that I'll ever be, it's a blessing, it's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all.
Yeah. Have a beautiful day, everyone. Have a beautiful week.